it's Elyse Explosion here, and we have a very, very fun video for today that I am very hungry for. So, a couple of years ago, we did a marshmallow peep taste test for Easter, and I love peeps, as you can tell by my cool headband here, but today we're taking things a little different. So, behind the scenes, Karen and I went to the drugstore, and we noticed there are about 1 million different types of chocolate bunny right now. We wanted to focus mostly on the hollow bunnies, but that didn't really work for all of the ones that we were able to find. But we tried to stick to that. So what I wanted to do, is an Easter bunny taste test.
I want to specify that we didn't go for, like, you know, the novelty bunnies in the boxes, like the Too Tall bunny and the one that plays basketball.
The all ears. No. We did not do that. We stuck with just your standard plain chocolate bunny for the most part. There are a couple deviations and you'll see those. But we have 8 different bunnies or bunny adjacent creatures to try today.
No.
I know, it's terrible. I apologize. But we went to 2 different stores. We went to CVS and we went to Walgreens because they didn't have all the ones we wanted at one store and they didn't have all the ones we wanted at the other store. So I've got receipts. I've got receipts for days, people. Now,
I will say that's like the shortest CVS receipt in history.
Can I just say, this CVS receipt is literally the shortest CVS receipt I have ever received, and I am genuinely impressed. Like, I've seen these things where I could, like, make a scarf out of them, but no. So we've got 8 different bunnies, and I am going to try them in the order that I think they are going to be the cheapest. Not necessarily the ones that are the least expensive, but the ones that don't taste as extravagant as the others. So like I said, we've got 8. We're gonna start with what is probably the standard in hollow chocolate rabbits. This is the Lindt Gold Bunny. And we got this for $4.49 at CVS. These are pretty standard. You can find these just about everywhere. You can apparently personalize the ribbon at mygoldbunny.com. Not a sponsor. But, I mean, Lindt is a pretty popular chocolatier these days, and there's becoming a bit more accessible. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the ears. I'm going to be that person. You've seen me eat Kit Kats. I'm just going to go for the ears and see what makes this one the gold standard, so to speak. If I can get this open. Okay, so it comes apart. And it does still resembles a rabbit. Or is it a duck? Is it a rabbit? Is it a duck?
I hate this already.
But let's just go. Holy, maybe I won't just go. I thought these were supposed to be hollow.
It is. How about you break it off with your hand?
That's because it ain't hollow, dude. This is good.
Give me a bite.
I'm gonna pass it.
Sorry, I want to try this too.
So, that's a really nice chocolate. It's rich. It's flavorful. It is hollow. It is in fact hollow. But I like that chocolate. It's very, like, I mean, it's German chocolate. And I love German chocolate. I'm gonna give that one, like, I'm gonna give that one a 7 out of 10. I can see why people would get this one. It is a dang good bunny. So then I'm going to move in the direction of the lower end. Now this is Palmer chocolate. And I love Palmer chocolate because Palmer chocolate has been around for decades and it goes to bat for holidays. Like, you need Christmas stocking candy, you need Easter basket candy, you need something to put in like Halloween gift bags. Palmer is your company. And this is Baby Binks, and Baby Binks was 99 cents.
Baby Binks!
Baby Binks was 99 cents at Walgreens.
Baby Binks sure does look like that, huh?
It certainly does. But you can see, and I apologize for this on the camera, this is a bit, this smells a little darker, actually. Well, but Baby Binks is super light. It's not particularly dense. The Lindt bunny was very dense.
Like, it's hollow, but you're still getting a thick bunny.
It has candy eyes,
which I don't like.
So, oh yeah, that's entirely hollow. It's okay. It's a bit darker. It's not as milk chocolate as the Lindt was. I wish I had some milk.
I'm probably gonna go chocolate blind, but.
Still smooth, not as creamy, but a real appreciable chocolate bunny. I'm gonna give this one like, oh, like a 5 out of 10. It's got good bunniness. But yeah, it's a lot more, it's not as cocoa rich. It's a lot more sugary, much sweeter, and a little bit, like I think I would not be able to finish that whole thing all at once. Like, are you truly supposed to finish a chocolate bunny all at once? Probably not, but I would not be able to eat that as quickly as I would some of the others.
One time we had, a friend gave us a Gertrude Hawk bunny, and we gnawed on it for like a month.
I almost said we should go to Gertrude Hawk today to pick up a bunny from there, but we got too much stuff to do. Next, another standard. Now this is not a hollow bunny, but this is actually the first time I've seen anything like this. And this might be because I stopped paying attention to Easter candy a lot, but this is a solid Hershey's milk chocolate bunny. This was $4.99 at Walgreens, which that's a pretty steep price. Like,
yeah, but this is a hefty chunk of chocolate.
It is a hefty chunk of chocolate, but it was more expensive than the Lindt, which
I think per volume you're getting more though.
Probably. This is 4.25 ounces, and this is 3.5 ounces. Quality of the chocolate is indeed variable. It's going to be a matter of personal preference. If you like Hershey chocolate, you're probably going to like this one. If you don't, you probably won't. Okay. This is a lot softer. Like, I think there's more cocoa butter in it. Because the chocolate itself it's not hot today. Like, there's no worry of, like, the temperature influxing it. But it is a softer bite. Like, you know how, used to I saw how much trouble I was having biting the Lindt bunny? No trouble biting the Hershey. It's not as sweet as the Baby Binks. It's not as sweet as the Palmer chocolate. But it's a good all-around chocolate rabbit. I would eat that in a s'more. A really big s'more the size of a shoebox. You can get the same effect from just like a Hershey chocolate bar. There's no real novelty in the Hershey chocolate. In that same vein, we're going to go with what I believe is actually... Is this the most... This is the most expensive one we picked up. This is the Reese's Peanut Butter Bunny, and this was $5.99 at CVS. But it's the same style as the Hershey's Bunny, which makes sense because Hershey's owns Reese's and makes Reese's products.
But it will be filled with peanut butter or it will be pointless.
Yep, and I've really come around on the white chocolate Reese's. I think they're great, especially the eggs and the Christmas trees. But as you can see, you may not be able to see, and I apologize if you can't, but the detail on these guys is really nice. The mold, like you can see the details in the mold. I can smell the peanuts. I love peanut butter and chocolate. Like I am a big fan and will go to bat for it.
She's become a fiend, you guys.
That is really good.
Is that gonna be your favorite one just because there's peanut butter?
I'm gonna try not to be biased. This is not as chocolatey as you might expect. It is much more peanut butter.
That smell though.
It's real good. There is something very special about Reese's peanut butter. It's got that slight saltiness to it that really kind of puts it over the edge in a lot of categories for me. Karen's having a moment behind the camera. She is.
This is so good, guys.
It's so good. Did I rank the Hershey's Bunny?
I don't remember.
I don't know if I ranked the Hershey's Bunny. The Hershey's Bunny is about 5 out of 10. It's fine.
This is like a 9.
This is like a 9.
Okay. You know how the like Reese's eggs and trees have a different peanut butter to chocolate ratio than the cups? That fixes that.
That's so good.
And there's a really nice like snap of thick chocolate on the flat
so
layer.
Good. So again, I believe these all use the same mold. This is the Dove chocolate bunny, and we actually had a hard time finding this because a lot of the ones we were finding were dark chocolate, and I, A, hate dark chocolate, and B, wanted to be consistent. I wanted to make sure we had all milk chocolate to judge. So this was $4.59 at CVS. And I get the feeling that this is going to be like a Hershey's but better kind of situation. It's not filled, but this one also looks way more difficult to open. I'm having a lot more trouble with it. Who thought this?
Bad man.
Bad people. Bad people did this. I'm going to actually have to go in with my freaking scissors. I'm going to have to like snip it open with my trusty... Are there people playing outside? Children's. One of our neighbors got married yesterday, so you guys might be able to actually hear that, like, people celebrating outside. I don't know if it's them, but that's what happened. But again, this one was available in dark chocolate and milk chocolate, but I'm not gonna go for the dark chocolate, like, ever.
Also, if we're judging milk chocolate, we should be judging milk chocolate against milk chocolate.
Alright. Finally, I'm getting this thing open.
Oh, yes.
And this one, again, this has... No, okay. This mold is not as detailed as the Hershey's or the Reese's.
No, but it is double-sided.
But it is double-sided, which is unique. Okay.
Wow.
It's just generally okay. I would compare this closest to the Lindt. It's smooth chocolate. It's not super sugary, but it is sweet. This would also be good in a s'more. I would actually really like this in a s'more.
This would be good as a hot chocolate.
This would be really good in hot chocolate.
I don't know why, but it tastes like this one would melt the best.
I'm really digging this one. I'm going to give this one a 7. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. This was a surprisingly good plain chocolate rabbit. I think this might be, I don't know, we still have a couple more. I was going to say this one might be your best bet for plain chocolate if that's what you want. That was 40 cents cheaper than the Hershey's. The Hershey's was $4.99, this was $4.59.
I don't know how much their ounces are, but...
Let me see.
The Hershey's is 4.25.
And this was 4.5. So this was more chocolate and cheaper. I'm going to say that the Dove is a really good buy. Next. Okay, next up we have the Ghirardelli Hollow Milk Chocolate Bunny. And we got this one, we got this at CVS for $2.14, but it's because it was buy one, get one half off. This was originally $4.29 before discount. So, I'm actually not super familiar with the Ghirardelli chocolate. I know, like, the Ghirardelli squares are really big, but I don't tend to go for those. Not sure why. I just don't really do that. So, this is a much thinner foil wrapper than a lot of the others we've worked with so far. It's not super sculpted, but it is.
When people say they don't like American chocolate, what they mean is they don't like Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah.
All, the Dove, the Godiva, the Ghirardelli, those are all also American chocolate.
This one smells a lot more cocoa heavy, so. Oh, wow. Woof woof. You guys ever see, there's like a commercial for some alcohol, I think it's like Bailey's, and the woman's like, oh no, I need to like make a dessert for everybody. And she has like a hollow chocolate reindeer and she just like cuts the top off and fills it with booze. This is so hollow, that's what you could probably do with it. It's fine.
A cup. It's a cup?
Yeah.
It's a bunny cup?
It's a cup.
It's a decent amount of chocolate. Like it's a thick, hollow bunny.
What is the ounceage on that one? I don't like this that much.
3.5.
This is 3.5 ounces.
This smells entirely different from any of the others.
It does. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I don't really like this one that much.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, you got too much money. It's very brittle. It breaks apart a lot easier. I don't like the flavor on this one. This one tastes very kind of acidic, and it leaves a really unpleasant taste in your mouth. I'm gonna give this one like a 3. It's just not my favorite. I would not advocate this. If you like coffee, you might like this one. This one's a lot more bitter than some of the other chocolates, and like I said, it leaves a weird taste in your mouth. Next up, we've got the Godiva, and this I am not... So, okay, my real only experience with Godiva chocolate is the Godiva store in our mall had like an ice cream machine, and it had the best vanilla bean ice cream I've ever had in my entire life. And I signed up for a Godiva card just so that I could get like bonus points on the ice cream one summer. It's still like on the floor in my apartment. This bunny is kind of derpy.
He's holding big egg.
He's holding a big egg. He's hiding behind the egg.
On both sides.
Smells a lot closer to the Ghirardelli than any of the others, so let's try. Okay, this is much thicker than the Ghirardelli was. Not bad. So like, okay, you guys can see the hollowness of the Ghirardelli. You can see me drop the chocolate, but you can see the hollowness of the Ghirardelli on this one. If you can see this is the opening of the Godiva. It's definitely closer to that scale between like the Dove and the Lindt. It is a little more bitter. Like it's probably a much higher cocoa percentage than some of the others. This is 4 ounces, and that was $3.99 at Walgreens. I don't think that would be my first choice. I still think that I would go for the Dove or the Lindt over the Godiva, but in a pinch, that's not bad. And the price point, super reasonable for this scale. And finally, the one that I have been saving because I have been most excited for this. This is not a rabbit. No, that's why I said rabbit adjacent creatures. This is a Ferrero Rocher squirrel. I don't know why it's a squirrel. I'd say probably because there's nuts involved. This is a hollow milk chocolate and hazelnut squirrel. We got this at Walgreens, and this was $4.99. So this is the second most expensive of the ones that we got. But I love Ferrero chocolate. Michael and I had a Ferrero advent calendar this year with their other varieties of chocolates, and it was so good. Super, super good. Oh, sorry. I just had a moment because the hazelnut, it's not hazelnut flavor, but you can kind of see in the chocolate, the hazelnut is embedded in the chocolate. There is very subtle embossing. It smells good. It smells so good. And I guess I'll go for the tail because that's going to be the ear equivalent. Oh, that's good. You can see in the light, it is very, very, very thin. It tastes amazing.
Yeah, you can
but there's not a lot of chocolate in there. The chocolate itself is incredibly sweet. Kind of closer to the Baby Binks kind of chocolate. And well, it's a rich chocolate, but
look how thin that is.
It's super, super thin. I'm gonna show you guys.
I bit from the other side so you could see.
We can see through. It's thin, but it's delicious. I'm gonna put this up there with the Reese's. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. So this is 3.1 ounces. You can see that there's not a whole lot here. It is very light and really leans in on the hollow aspect.
Yeah.
But
how much rabbit, squirrel?
Yeah. How much are you really gonna want, especially after Easter? I like it a lot, but I am super biased. You guys can see that my 2 top ones, the Reese's and the Ferrero Rocher, both have nuts involved, and I love nuts in chocolate.
Yeah.
If you want a plain chocolate rabbit, I'm gonna say stick with the classic. Go with either the Dove or the Lindt. I think those are the best 2. Alright, I'm gonna say that if you want to get the best bang for your buck, that Palmer, the Baby Binks, though it does taste very different from the rest of these rabbits, totally worth it, totally worth eating, and would highly recommend. My least favorite was probably the Ghirardelli, which is surprising to me because Ghirardelli has this reputation of being like pretty high end. I wonder if a Ghirardelli rabbit that was purchased at like the Ghirardelli store in San Francisco or San Diego, I apologize, I don't know exactly which one it is, I'll pop it in. Wherever it is would probably be a lot better than the commercially manufactured ones.
I think it's just that Ghirardelli chocolate is more for...
It's more grown up.
Yeah,
it's bitter.
It's not as sweet. It's for people who like coffee.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this Easter Bunny taste test. I hope you guys have a really, really great holiday if it's one that you choose to celebrate. If not, I hope you have a really great day. Thank you so much for hanging out. My social media links are in the description below. If you'd like to see more from this channel, stick around. Hit the little subscribe button. We are on the road to 1K, and at 1K, I have to eat a ghost pepper, and I am afraid. Click the little bell, so if you want to stay in the know, the bell's the way to go. Likes and comments, let me know to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.